Hi and welcome to Winter Wetlands. I have returned, having a bit of an adventure this time. We'll check on the yellow-footed Antechinus, but it's more about just exploring new areas for me from this trip. Be catching up with Brian and Dwayne at some stage while I'm here, quite sure, yeah, so back in my usual parking spot. The sun's just coming over the hill there now, and I'm looking forward to an awesome adventure. It's breeding season for the yellow-footed Antechinus and Antechinus in general all over Australia, and I just released a video on the dusky Antechinus breeding. Bloody freezing at the minute, it's icy and it's 0 to 1 below for the time that I'm here. It's quite frosty on the hands and I forgot my gloves. Anyway, yeah, I'm just going to get into it now and just check out where the yellowfoots are around. If not, yeah, we're off exploring new areas of the wetlands. There's no yellowfoots out. It's too bloody cold for them apparently. The sooks. Brian's just parking his car up with mine and we're going on a big adventure. We are going out there. I've never been right out that way. I'm always going out there if I can, you know, when the lake is dry, like it is now. It's like almost a mile away now. Yeah, I've walked out all those sort of areas out that way, but I've never gone back over that way to where the ranger station is. So that's what we're doing. We're having an exploration of that area. Well, that was good fun catching up with Brian this morning and going to a new area that we both hadn't been to before. Using the R1, capturing small birds in flight. Game changer, this camera. Small birds, it's really, really difficult to get shots of them in flight. But this just picks them up so quickly. It's far better than the R5. It just certainly is another level above with the focusing system. I am heading to a different location that I've never been to before. Now, at the far corner of this reserve, on the eastern side, is the duck pond. I'm heading towards it. Now that's quite a few kilometres through, maybe 2 kilometres walk towards it. And I'm just going to go as far as I can be bothered and just explore it and see what it's like. Oh, I think I've got some brown falcons up in the trees there. You're on hat cam. Testing it out. And we got some ducks flying there as well. I found a road that cuts right through this huge paddock, and there's a fence line that runs down as well. So all these old fence posts, there's no wire through them or anything, that's been taken away. I thought if I follow this down, the flame robins might land on these posts, seeing as how they're a high point for them to look out for insects and stuff. Good idea, I think. I'll just stay on this side of the posts. This is where the light's coming from. I'll be able to get them in nice bit of sunlight. This looks friggin' awesome. An awesome place to come down to when there is water in the wetlands. That is the poo of a yellow-footed Antechinus in a hollow log in the middle of the swamp. Now, I have long suspected that they would live out in areas like this. Lots of hollow trees for them to have nests in, raise their young, or just winter out in communal nesting sites. Now, just because there'll be water here when it does flood doesn't mean that they're going to be stranded in one spot like if they lived in a hollow tree like this one just here. I'm pretty sure that they can swim just as well as a dusky Antechinus can. Now, I'll show you a bit of footage that I filmed quite some years ago of a dusky Antechinus swimming across a little bit of a pond, and it was getting insects, and then it jumped back into the water and swam back onto solid land. After 3 hours of wandering around, I'm pretty sure I'm going to enjoy this cuppa. Well, after that cappuccino, I'm slightly refreshed, only a little bit. I'm absolutely exhausted. My arms are sore from my shoulders anyway. I'm carting that bloody R1 around, but we still have a little mission to do, and it is go up the top of the hill, have a bit of a walk around to see whether the yellow-footed Antechinus are coming out in the afternoons. So yeah, better get going. Well, good morning. It's bloody freezing. It was -2 overnight. It was about 4 degrees in my van, which at the minute I have running, charging up my power station. I drained it a fair bit this morning because I have a little electric heater. It drags the power. So I'm going to go for a short walk, a quick walk up to the top of the hill to see whether there's any yellow-footed Antechinus out while that continues to charge up. And straight after that, I'm going on another expedition to a new area. So let's have a look on the map where I'm going and what we did yesterday. So that's where I am now, the campsite. And I walked up to here. Well, probably more like around this area here. There's a duck pond right up the top corner. And what I'm going to do now is, so from where I am, we're going across to here. So check this area out here. See if there's any other small birds and stuff we can photograph today. Got a lot of flame robin females around here. Oh, there's about 7. One flying away over there. There's a heap out here. Got this one just in front of me here. So this is what I've been walking through, and now I'm about to enter like small bushes like heaths. So different terrains. Go and have a look. Hopefully there's different types of small birds in there, or even big ones as well. Yeah, so it's an interesting place to come out and have a look at. I'm in the swamp itself now. You won't see it, but the rain does drop down, so it is dished out. And we're going into all these dead red gums now. I have a stranded pardalite. I've got male and female, and there's an extra male coming in as well. And I've been getting some amazing shots inside 3 metres. So trying to get them in flight, it's hard because you're hanging on to that camera up like that for so long. Arms start hurting.
Secret start in your heart.
I'm out for my afternoon session. I'm going back out to where I was this morning, only about half a kilometre in. There's some quails out there that flew off from behind me. So I'd love to get them if I can. Got people coming in. Whether they're camping or not, I don't know. Might have neighbours tonight. Anyway, yeah. Hopefully I can come across some. I've never ever been able to photograph quails. So I'd love that if we could get some. Well, I've got a tip for you. When you're walking in an environment like this, every 10 metres, stop, look around, come back on the other side, because it's just too much information to take on as you're walking along. You're not going to see everything. You might have actually walked past something, so if you're stopping and you're looking back around, you might catch it. So I just spotted something now. That's the Antechinus kestrel up there. So he's about to jump off that branch. So if I get a bit closer, we can get a shot. Now see, that just sort of proves what I'm saying. I didn't see that. It's only because I stopped and had a look. Means you can pick things up easier and also not disturb something. You might catch it in front of you. Stopping every 10 metres gives you an opportunity to capture a glimpse of something. Now, how do I set my camera up to photograph small birds in flight? Well, first off, I put it into manual mode so that I have full control over how the camera is going to work. I set my shutter speed to the bare minimum of 3,200. Any lower than that, we're not going to be able to freeze the action, because birds like little pardalotes, their wings beat so fast that we need to have a higher shutter speed than we need for a bigger bird, so that we don't get the blurring of those wings. My aperture, I'm still taking control of that. I want it as open as possible. If I have my zoom lens set to full zoom, I'll set it to what it'll allow me to have it as open as possible. My ISO is an automatic to help me out with exposure, because I'm not going to have enough time to try and work it out to get it perfectly. If your camera has pre-record and high frame rates, use them. Small birds tend to torpedo through the air and put their wings out every now and then. So to time it properly, we need 40 frames per second or higher. Most people, it's going to be around 20 frames per second, and that's just what you have to work with. But set it to the highest frame rate that your camera can give you. I only work with two types of metering modes, and that is center weighted, for more like birds in flight out in the open, where our lighting in the background and foreground isn't going to change much. But when we're getting to environments where the lighting conditions can change with shadows and things like that, a lot of times I will go for the spot meter. I have a video on this, I talk about it in depth, and that is metering modes matter. So go and have a look at that at the end of this video. If your camera also allows for dual back button focusing, utilise it. It's extremely valuable when working in challenging environments. Going from a single focus point then over to eye detect and tracking will help get a critical focus. The Canon R5 Mark II and the R1 have a new system with the single focus points. There's the old locked version where the focus point is fixed in the centre, but now there's an unlocked version of that, which I use a lot. It starts in the middle on your subject and then we'll quickly go to the eye if it can see it, and also tracking. Tends to be less aggressive than using eye detect and tracking. So that is how I'm setting the camera up to capture small birds in flight. Well, good morning, and it certainly is another beautiful day in paradise. I'm unsure whether I'm catching up with Dwayne and Brian this morning. I'm a bit in the dark in that area, I was supposed to, but I haven't had notification. I was sitting in my van, had my brekkie, all organised. I'm getting bored, waiting, so I thought, oh, stuff it. I'll come up, have a look whether there's any yellow-footed Antechinus out. I wasn't going to do that this morning. I was just going to take the guys straight out to the area that I went to yesterday. See if we can find those stranded pardalote and get some really good shots of them in flight. I've got one, but yeah, it's okay, but I want better. There's certain pose that I want with their wings out, looking straight at me. Would be awesome. Anyway, looking forward to an awesome day. Whether or not they turn up or not, I'll give them an hour. If they haven't turned up in that time, I'm going back down that track and just have another awesome time like I did yesterday, hopefully. Well, I've just been informed that the boys won't be catching up with me today. This is my last day. I'll be going home in the morning. So yeah, I'm going on an adventure by myself. I've got some zebra finches in front of me, a flame robin, but I don't have much cover. Let's creep up behind this little bush. It's still a bit too far away. I think I got something out of that. They come back around again. So small, it does take a bit for the camera to pick them up in the air. But it did. I'm sure I got some shots there. In that hollow in front of me, the stranded pardalote have a nest. Now this is the exact place where I was yesterday. I just moved back. And they were hanging around here. And I tried to get some shots of them flying, but another male turned up and they got aggressive with it and chased it off. I've been sitting on a log just over here waiting for them to turn up. Hopefully they would. We got some parrots turn up, the red rumps, and they had a blue. Got some nice shots, but then the stranded pardalote pair came back and they went straight into that hollow. So it got me sus that there's a nest in that hollow. And as the last parent left, I could hear chicks calling from the hollow. So there you go, this is quite exciting. I've caught up with Brian, and wouldn't you believe it, just in front of us there we've got about 4 quails. We've been trying to get these quails in the open for about an hour now. We've been just slowly creeping forward on our butts, inching away forward. We got within 5 metres of them, and I've managed to get around the back of this tree, but they've spooked and moved on further. So we'll just keep trying, but now that they're spooked, I think it's going to be really hard. They've gone into the thicker brush there. Bit of a noisy van at the minute. All the fans are coming on the fridge and everything. We'll just ignore that. I've had an awesome time up here, as I always do. I came up to target small birds, and that's exactly what I've got. Quite a few species there, and some of them got them in flight. And not exactly the poses that I was hoping for, but close enough, and we get what we're given. And we just come back and try again another day. And hopefully we can get those amazing shots with those wings out coming straight at us. Would be awesome. And out of the blue, Brian turns up this afternoon and we've gone out for an afternoon session. And what do we find? Quails. What did I say yesterday? I love to photograph a quail because I've never had the opportunity to be able to get one. And finally I have, so that was awesome. We had an awesome time together. We both really enjoyed it, stalking them, slowly getting up closer and closer until they saw us, and that was the end of it. But anyway, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and got something out of it. And if you'd like to subscribe to my channel and get more of this amazing stuff, click on my pretty little face that's down there in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. Hit the little bell, you'll get notification whenever I do anything else. And if you want to go and have a look at all the other mad and crazy things I've been doing in the past, click on my icon up here at the end of this video. It takes you to my channel. I talk about photographing and filming in the forest and open forest environments. Whenever I go on adventures, I always take you with me. And when I buy cameras and camera accessories, I do reviews on them and give you my honest opinion on them. So go and have a browse, there'll be something there of interest to you, I am sure. And just remember, if you don't do, you don't get. So get out there and start photographing and filming wildlife, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.